So again, we want to thank Queenslanders and particularly those in Greater Brisbane for their tremendous effort the last few days. And that means that from 6 o'clock tonight, we can go to a much lower level of restrictions. But we do need to be vigilant over the next few days because people are still coming forward, as Dr Young has said, in relation to those particular sites that the cleaner has gone to and also, of course, the woman in Maleny. The reason why we have to continue to be vigilant is that globally this virus is getting worse. There's been now 90 million positive cases around the world, over 1.9 million deaths. But what is more concerning is the World Health Organization has reported that for the third week in a row, we have seen positive cases of 4 million new cases a week. And we have seen an increase of 3% in the death rate. So this means things are getting worse globally, which is why we are seeing more positive cases coming back from overseas. And it is why Queensland welcomes the decision of National Cabinet to now reduce the number of people coming overseas while we work towards getting this vaccine in our community so that we can move back towards a more normal environment for everybody. Now, what we are doing from 6 p.m. this evening will not be unusual for people. They are restrictions that we have had before. So we are going back to the 1 per 4 square metres at businesses and venues, unless you are a small venue where you can go to the 1 per 2 square metres. Of course, we are now allowing people to leave their homes for any reason whatsoever. Making sure that venues apply the social distancing rules that we have had before. That includes stadiums. That will be back to 50%. This is until 1 a.m. on the 22nd of January, so we can get past this 14-day period. The new measure that we haven't had before is the masks. And our initiative that we're putting in place with masks is very similar to Victoria and New South Wales, where we will be mandating the wearing of masks in certain places, particularly public indoor areas, so shopping centres, supermarkets, cinemas, other venues. But of course, where it comes to stadiums, we're saying you should wear a mask while you are moving around those venues, but once you are seated, you can take your mask off. We'll also be asking staff who are working face-to-face in the hospitality area to also be wearing masks over these 10 days. These measures are really important. As I say, we've worked with these measures before. All Queenslanders know how this works. Our businesses know how this works. We'll work very closely with our stakeholders to implement these arrangements. If we get this right, if we do everything that we need to do, then come the 22nd of January, we can move back to the way we've been operating since the 1st of December, which is 100% capacity at many of our venues, such as our cinemas and theatres and stadiums, and back to the 1 per 2 square metres. So it's really important that we all do our bit over the next 10 days so that we can get back to where we have been, which has been some of the lowest restrictions across the country. And this will see Queensland move quicker through our restrictions and dealing with the virus than any other state has seen in recent clusters across Australia. So thank you everyone for your hard work. Please, if you are unsure in any way in relation to the masks, we will have the roadmap going up online today. We'll have the directives and we'll have a Q&A. So you can work through the different scenarios. But of course, if you're on public transport, taxis, ride sharing, you'll be required, but not in your private vehicle. So please have a look. If you're out exercising, that's fine. You do not need to wear a mask. But we want you to be clear on when you need to wear a mask and when you are not required. But of course, if you want to be extra careful, you can wear a mask whenever you feel safe to do so and you feel comfortable in wearing a mask anywhere in Queensland. But we will mandate it in Greater Brisbane in certain circumstances. We ask everyone to have a look online and just inform themselves before 6 p.m. this evening what those new rules are.